के थ्रू करना है?
IWF and डिमांड सर्विस।
हाँ यस सर।
हाँ, इसको कॉपी करिए।
यस सर।
हाँ, यहाँ पे ऐड सर्विस में जाइए।
यस सर। इसमें हमने नेम डाल दिया और
लोकल, पहले लोकल, लोकल में
इसमें लोकल।
हाँ, एलियास लोकल।
ठीक है
हाँ,
सर।
आप गेट सर्विस में क्लिक करिए।
गेट सर। एक
F4
मिनट।
से F।
एक मिनट सर। ये एस आर वी होगा।
स्टार मार दीजिए।
हाँ
हम्म।
ठीक है सर, ये आ गया।
डबल क्लिक।
इसको डबल डबल क्लिक करें सर?
हम्म।
ठीक है। इसको लोकल
हाँ,
ऑब्जेक्ट।
हाँ, लोकल ऑब्जेक्ट में सेव कर दीजिए।
हाँ ठीक है सर। थैंक यू। वही मैं
ओके।
उसको वो कर रहा था तो वो आ नहीं रहा था।
ओके।
हम्म, हाँ हो गया सर। थैंक
अब
यू
बैक
सर।
जाइए।
हाँ सर।
अब फिल्टर में ही वही सर्च करिए।
अच्छा फिल्टर में सर वहीं पे ही?
हाँ, वहीं पे।
हम्म।
हाँ,
आ गया
ये आ
सर।
गया। इसका आपका SICF जो नीचे SCF नोड है, राइट? वो
यस सर।
स्टेटस ग्रीन होना चाहिए और लोकल है
हम्म।
ही।
ठीक है
उस
सर, मैं इसको अभी और आगे पढ़ूंगा अभी। जितना मैं
हाँ,
पढ़ रहा
ठीक है।
था मैंने यहाँ तक पढ़ा है।
ठीक है, ठीक है, चलेगा।
ठीक है, कोई हेल्प चाहिए होगी तो आपसे मैं पूछ लूंगा।
ओके, ओके, ओके।
ठीक है, थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू। या हाय शुभम। ओके। सो रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट कर दियो क्या? Okay, one thing I forgot to tell. Do you know about the internal table? What is internal table and work area? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So internal table. Internal table is snapshot of the database. In the database, whatever you are creating, right? Whatever it is a snapshot of the database, dynamically sequential data set. Um, and all records having the same structure and key, right? All records means all records, like there is a one record number 1 2 3 4. Suppose Subham record, Ali record, my record, all thing are stored in the database, right? So each record having the same structure and same key field will be, well, name only, right? And what is the beauty of internal table is like exist only during runtime of the program. Okay, it will not occupy the memory. Okay, during the runtime of the program only it will capture, because data is already available in the database, right? No need to hold the data. So that's why internal table concept came, because we have a multiple program and multiple people will run the program, so it will occupy the space at the runtime. So this is the internal table for processing large volume of data, for reducing database heat. Yeah, also this is big advantage, like um, again and again you no need to hit the database, because um, we can manipulate the data in the internal table. Suppose my data and your data is stored in the internal table, and we have the multiple operation inside the program, right? like from one selection scheme to another selection scheme, from another selection another different selection scheme, we will go in different places, so that internal table we can move. Okay, so for formatting data and fit the requirement of the application, like we can formatting the data as per the requirement, we can do the operation like sorting, grouping, anything we can do in the that is actually data manipulation language in RDVMS you have seen, right? DML, data manipulation language. DML you have heard, you have studied also, right? That operation you can do using internal table. Yeah, so attributes of the internal table, there will be line type, key, and table type. So what is this? Um, Line type is like there is an internal table in that multiple records is there, right? For one record, we can say line type, and it will hold only one record. Key, you know already, key field should be there, and table type. We will define, right, table type as a internal. This is the attributes, like without this we can't define a internal table. These are the attributes of the internal table. Attributes means like this should be there in the internal tables. Suppose my I have the body, name, age, so it is there, right? Without age I will be not there, correct? So this is mandatory one. So like that, this is these are the my attribute. My attribute is my name, age, right, color. This is my attributes. So like that, internal table having these attributes. Line type, it can be any data type. Data type is normal structure. Each component of the structure in the column is internal table. Line may also be elementary and another internal table. So line type, it can be any data type, and so what it is saying, each component means like whatever the field we are defining in the internal table, right? So that is following one structure, that will follow one structure. So structure means, suppose they have some data type, length, right? And what is anything, right? That length will be defined, whatever the structure having that functionality, um, that will be defined in the internal table. Yeah. So line may be elementary and another internal. Inside one internal table, you can have the another internal table like header and item, right? One structure internal table you have created, and line uh, l- uh, header internal table, and item internal table you can append in. That is called like nested internal table. Standard key, default key, user defined key, yeah, that is key. Table type is what actually, while mm, defining the internal table, we can define this these are like this type also, like standard table, sorted table, hash table. So um, sorted means by default it will be sort the data in the internal table. Okay, So in syntax we can see, I will write down one code and you can see. So what is standard table? Have an internal linear index. Access use a linear search. Access either by key or index. Always no, always non key, non unique. Response time of key access is proportional to the number of entries. Suppose there are 1 lakhs record, right? So response time will be based on the number of entries. This can be filled quickly, means it will fill quickly internal table. Performance wise, it will be faster, and there will be no system check and uniqueness of the internal. Means duplicate entries you can enter in the standard table. Suppose there are two name, my name, right, Ankur, Ankur, that one also you can maintain duplicate entries. Okay, there is no restriction of it for the standard table. uh, Sorted, always have the sorted by key, that name itself saying. Having same like internal linear index, access either by key or index. Table be can be unique or non-unique. Yeah, and it's standard non-unique. The standard table always non-unique, but the sorted table can be unique or non-unique. Response type time for key accesses logarithmically proportional to number of yeah, that binary search. That I will tell you what is the binary search. Okay, I will explain you what is the binary search. So whenever you are using binary search, right, you have to sort your internal table. If it is a standard table you are declaring, then you have to explicitly use this sort statement for sorting the standard table for the binary search. Binary search is faster actually. So here the response time will be faster as compared to standard table, and how it is I will tell you. Hash table, no linear index. In hash table there is no linear index. Access only using key. Response time for access independent number of tables, same like that only. Has algorithm, it is it works on the algorithm. What do you know what is algorithm? Okay, you know data structure. So there are two things: data structure and algorithm. If you are good in this, right, you are a super brilliant student, because no one knows that much. Okay, data structure is very vast syllabus. There is indexing, array concept, has concept, um, means purely computer understanding how computer works, how the hardware and software works with like collaborating each other, and they work and they run anything, right? So algorithm, data structure is like the rule and regulation, how you will define any structure, and you will develop one language. You are developing some language like C, C++, correct? Any language, Python, any language you are developing, correct? That 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 language base is data structure only. Based on the data structure rules and regulation, they will create their own language to build the application. So that all process is following one algorithm. Based on that algorithm and rule and regulation only it works. Okay, like formula. In mathematics we have a formula, right? A plus b whole square formula. All the formula, based on that formula only it will work. So this is called has algorithm. You can search, okay, you can, it is not easy to understand actually. Just you can go through, or else I will explain in different way. Has algorithm. This who is working, who have done the MCA, right? They have a clear, they knows this. Okay, has algorithm. See here, this is all algorithm, and this is the bit status. So an algorithm, like I said, right? If you know algorithm, computer algorithm, you will be the master. Is has algorithm is the mathematical function that converts input data of any size into the fixed size of output called the hash. Okay, now you got what is algorithm. Yeah, it will convert actually. So system will automatically understand, it will understand based on the algorithm. Okay, and data structure is like to rules and regulation, how you are defining the data, and how the you will write the code. Okay, so this is called table must be unique. Okay, accessing internal table, you must access internal table line by line using a work area as interface for transferring the data to or from table. So this is the table. It having like a 1 2 3 4 5 6. Suppose there is a 6 record, and you are reading the second record. Okay, and here you are updating the second record, like that. Modify, read, all this operation you will do. So work area will hold only one record, and internal table having like all record. So there will be types of work area: header line or explicitly defined, right? Use only work area, do not use header line. I have used header line in my selection screen most of the time, right? But that not to be used. This is old fashion of writing the code by using the header line. Okay, so creating internal tables, how you will create the internal table. Data types, I tab, this is the syntax with header line. Is this one I will tell you how. Range table, you know range table, you will create some range, and the range will be like this: sign, option, low and high. Okay, there will be some example. No, okay. So what is this sign? There is a range. Okay, so sign means include. Okay, we have the option include. What it is not include. Okay, include, exclude. This is the sign. Between, between, greater than, right? Less than. These are all the sign. Okay, options, low and high. Low will be value size, suppose 1, from 1 to 100. You want to see the value, then you will use between. If you want to use include, exclude, so exclude the data from 1 to 100, and rest data you can able to see. So like that you can use. So this is the structure. We will create the range. Okay, I will tell you what is the purpose of this operation on the internal table. Just understand the basic concept and then we will start. Filling internal table. First you have to fill the internal table, then you have to sort the internal table, then you have to retrieve line from the internal table, change the internal table, control level processing. These are the 5 steps you have to perform in the internal table to display one output. Okay, so how you will fill the internal table? Using append, insert, move, right? Read from the database. In database we have the record, right? So from there you can read using the select command. And there is some data you want to move from one work area, one internal table to another internal table. Insert, you can insert the data into internal table. Append means you will append the data. Append means at last of the at last you will append. So yeah, for appending you have to use this syntax: append work area to the internal table. Okay, this statement works only the indexes table as last line in the calculated internally using the internal index. Okay, here already written at last only it will insert. Okay, so these are this again several more statement. Append lines of internal table to internal table. Okay, these are the syntax only, you can use it. Insert statement is insert work area into table, internal table. Most people does mistake here. Okay, they are not, they are forgetting to add the table. Okay, that's why it is giving dump sometimes. Okay. Hmm. If you are using this internal table, then you have to use index. If you are not using table, okay, index you have to use. In which index you want to add the record. Move itab. Yeah, this is same like move statement from one internal table to another. This is the moving data from one structure to another structure. You can say work area also. Okay, so describe tables, internal tables, lines occur means like you can understand the like by writing this you can understand the um, table attributes. What is the table attributes? How many lines is there? And it is standard table or sorted or hash table. Okay. This is like select command. How you will select the data from the database table into your internal table. Select star from Mara into table IT Mara. IT Mara is the internal table. Okay. Sorting internal table. How to sort the internal table? You cannot apply state statement to the sorted table. Okay, and even give syntax error. Okay, you cannot apply the sorted statement to sorted table. This you have to keep in mind. Reading lines of internal table through header line or work area. There are two ways. First, you have to read the internal table into work area or loop at internal table to work area. Two ways to read the internal table. I will tell you what is the use. Loop at in this is the syntax. For every record of internal table, the records is moved to work area can be accessed directly from header line. Yeah. So last in this selection screen demo program, I have used right loop at internal table into work area, correct, and then I displayed the total record in the output. So this is the syntax: read table internal table to into work area with key. Okay, so which you have to define the key and compare the field also. I will tell you this is the binary search. Okay, transporting means you will read the internal table, but you will not capture the value. Just read and check the record is exist or not. If it is exist, you will not take any record from that. Comparing fields means you will compare the field and using the key field, then if condition satisfy, then only you will read the data from the internal table. So here I am here means always use sort statement before read statement. This is compulsory. Okay, before using read statement you have to sort the internal table. It is compulsory actually, and many developer forget this. Many means many, maximum. Do not use that. You have to use sort statement. Changing an internal table. Changing means you want to modify some record. Suppose you want to modify my address in the internal table. Then how you will modify? To modify internal table from work area. Okay. Transporting field 1, field 2 means only those field will modify which is mentioned in transporting. If you are not using transporting, then all values will be modified. Okay, it will not check what is the existing value, just it will go and modify it. Okay, but if you are using transporting means only those field will modify which you have mentioned here, transporting F1 F2. Modify internal table from work area index. Yeah, as per index, as per field. Yeah. This is, yeah, here is a index. Above, below syntax is for index, above is where condition. Both are different. Yeah, this is important. Collect statement. Collect statement. Suppose there is a internal table. Okay. Suppose this is the internal table. Yeah, this is the internal table. Anubha. Okay. This is Ali. And here more Ali and Subham. Suppose there is a record 5, 9, 8, 8, 6. So this is the internal table. So after using collect statement, okay, the final internal table will reflect like this. It will be 17. Okay. Yeah, final internal table will reflect like this. Got it? So this is the use of collect statement. It will collect the data. Okay, if it is duplicate, then it will club it into single. Delete table. This many people does mistake here also. Delete table and delete. Okay, many people confuse actually, and that make problem of dump. Okay, so you have to understand when to use this. Okay. Yeah, this is important one. Control level processing. There is another name for this also, control break statement. Both are same. Control level processing, control break statement. Both are same. It allows within the loop over an internal table. This means that you can divide sequence of the entities into group based on the content of certain fields. Okay, so whenever you are looping the internal table, okay, okay, yeah, I'm muting you and some noise is coming. Okay, so control break statement and control level processing. So whenever you loop the internal table, you want to use, you want to control the loop and print something. Okay, so there are different events in the control level processing, control break statement. I will tell you this one. uh, that is finished or what? Yeah, these are the events. At first line of the internal table, if you are using at first, then at first line of the internal table it will print like subheading. For printing the subheading, we will use at first. At last, we will use for total, like total subtotal, like that, right? At last. At end of, also we will use for subtotal. Basically, at end of we will use subtotal. We will mention field, right? At last we will use for total, grand total, we can say. New, whenever the new lines will come, new lines, then it will display. At first will be the heading, at new will be the subheading, at last will be the grand total, at end of will be the subtotal. We can define the total number of numeric field inside the control statement using sum statement. Okay, leave it. Now this is the initialization of internal table. We can use clear, refresh, free. What is the difference between clear, refresh and free? Clear will clear the data from the internal table and also the work area. Means work area will also clear, and clear basically we will use for to clear the work area only, single record. Okay, but refresh we will use for the internal table, like to um, refresh the internal table. It will clear all the value from the internal table, but memory allocation will be not remove it, it for the internal table. But free statement, it will drop the internal table totally. The memory allocation will also remove. Okay, along with the data. So this is the exercise you have to do. Okay, I will give you how to do move, append, because you have to do this. Okay, you must have to do this to hands on your internal table, to manipulate your internal table. How to manipulate the internal table? I will explain you the basic. Okay, and this exercise you have to do it with your own, and I will review it. Okay, let me go to the internal table. Task, not task. I have to go task also. Okay, yeah, internal table concept. See here, how many is there? Okay, simple is there, not that much. Okay, but nowadays this is old fashion of writing the code. But right now we have the new fashion of writing the code. I will tell you both. First, I will tell you the old fashion. SC38. Okay, so first we will define the structure types. Okay, yeah, begin of ty employee, name of employee. It should be 20 character, 20 character. Type C. Age of employee 0 to 2 character, because three character, no one will leave, right? Years, experience also two character only. Type C. End of TY employee. This is the structure. Okay, structure means it will not occupy any memory. Is it is just defining the structure. Okay, so
in the field catalog. I'll put the breakpoint on this function module. I
now
will give
I
the
will
I
define
will take
the
the input from
internal
the table.
table. Data IT employee. Type table. Type table of TYSTU. Okay, STU, not EMP. This is the internal table. Work area, I will define employee type TYEMP. This is without header line. Work area. Work area. Okay. So if you are defining here, see here, standard table. Okay, this is a standard table. Sorted table also you can define. So I'm using standard table. Now I have to append some value. Append means insert some value in the internal table. So initialization. So you have to use work area EMP minus this is name equal to Subham. Okay. Subham. And here will be age. Correct. Age will be 25. And here will be experience 2. I will maintain 2. Now you can do append. Append work area EMP to IT EMP. Okay. This is one way to, sorry, IT EMP. Yeah, one thing I have said before doing, you can refresh ITMP. Okay, and after this you can use clear work area. You have to use clear for work area. Okay, now see there is no syntax error. It is activated. Now I will use clear for internal table. ITMP. Okay. Yeah, with data I have to explain that. Sorry, that data is not there right now. Okay, I have to copy whole thing. Here, Ali 3.
I will go to VBAK table. Suppose I will take some input
Nil.
so that I can pass to the program. Okay, I will.
Okay, there is another way to append the lines. Okay, new syntax. See, this is I tab. This is yeah, this one. This is the another way. Okay, now I can use ITEMP. Okay, equal to values has has not has. Why it is not coming? I'm doing some mistake. This one I know that not mentioned. Value. Okay, let not me let you people not confuse. I will capture in next for the new syntax. Let's process with the old syntax only. Yeah, these are the record I have appended. Okay, now I have to loop at IT to print the internal table. How to print the internal table? Okay, so this is start of selection.
सर मैंने चैट में भेजा है सिंटैक्स आपको.
ओके इनटू ओके मैं देखता हूँ एम्प्लॉय एम्प्लॉय एंड लूप ओके so here you have to use write statement writ statement slash okay slash means every okay without slash I will display you okay work area emp name and name comma work area emp minus age comma work area emp minus experience so like this why it is taking time. Yeah, okay. So it will print like that. Okay, in single row. If you will put like this, that's it. Now it is coming in correct format, right? So this is the use of slash means new line for each loop. Okay. Yeah, this one has ID. Okay, space is not there. Yeah, this is also one syntax and one more syntax is there. Directly I will pass here and values. This is also mid syntax actually. I will tell you. Let me go to right now we are using this. There is another way of writing this, but this will work for with header line only, and this is in this index. Yeah, so append inline declaration. Yeah, this one called inline declaration. Here is this. Yeah, here. This is one. This is two. Okay, directly using structure. Okay, and defining the internal table. Use type structures. This is field symbols. There is one more latest one. Okay, let me go.
Sir, base, I'm sending you again. Alt chart.
Why it is not going back? Why it is not going back? Yeah, okay. Okay, leave it. We will take later, okay? When we work with the real-time scenarios.
Okay, sir.
Just I because this concept I can explain in you with old concept only, old syntax only. So how it works. Right now we don't need to define this also. Okay, directly we can hold this. Hold this will come in one syntax. This is like from here to here. We can use only one syntax to pass the work area to internal table. Okay, let me go to uh, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So right now this is append, right? After that, what we have, yeah, hello,
Yes, sir.
yeah, okay. So this is about how we can print the program. Okay, now let me go to second. With header line. Okay, now I will tell you. One thing I will tell you, collect statement, right? What is the use of collect statement? Yes. So collect statement, suppose uh, I
हाँ
will
भाई,
tell,
करना करना
sorry,
क्या करे यार. Nothing, sir.
okay, Ali, right?
Yes, sir.
For Ali, I am using collect statement. For collect, I think so we have to use into. Okay, now you can see, 1 second. Okay, one thing I forget to tell you. In collect statement, when you use right, you can see Ali 25 3, right? It is not changing anything, right? I will take integer. Okay, or number we can take 02. Yeah, see here. For integer it is 6, correct? Hello? So how it happen? When we are using collect statement, so all the integer value, right? So, like amount and all this integer value, it will do the sum. Here Ali having 3 years of experience and here 3 year of experience. So total 6 year of experience. It will combine and it will display when we are using collect statement. So like that it will work for the collect statement. And now I want to modify. Okay, Mo modify. So first I have to read, right? Read table IT employee into work area employee with key name equal to NIL, right? If psi subrc equal to 0, and if so, here I will modify the internal table. If it is this record I want to modify. So how to modify it? Just use modify table it emp from WAEMP. Okay, but what record you want to modify? Because you have not mentioned anything, right? So suppose I am picking this. I want to change the name. Ankur. Okay. Sorry, my name is not good. That's why it is not picking. Suppose Tanmay. Okay. See, size of RC4 it is coming. It is failed, not update. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. See here. Okay. So if you are using modify, then you have to use index. So suppose I will index psi tabx from work area AMP. Yeah, now you can see Tanmay. Okay. So this one, collect, modify, and what is left? Collect, append. Okay, leave it. Nothing is there. Yeah, delete statement. So suppose statement. So let me delete some record. I will add some more record and delete. Okay, then so tomorrow you are people are free. Hello. Hi Subham, you are free tomorrow? Okay. And Tanmay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same time we can sit tomorrow. Okay, right? Done. Okay. Okay. So I will finish tomorrow internal table. This is because this is small things. I will do it fast actually. Then I will move to data dictionary. Main is data dictionary. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.